This time on Godspeed, Mercy rolls again!
Picking up where we left off, the rad support needed installing. Mounting the rad support meant both notching it and making new higher mounts on it. Cat, get out of the way, I'm gonna set this on you. Dog, don't chase the cat. I thought this was drained for some reason. Evidently it wasn't fully drained. I think now I'm gonna get some snow to do some floor drying. Now here at Godspeed, we believe in using the highest quality floor dry.
You know yourself, it's way too much crap when you bring stuff outside to work.
I think I found me a piece of metal to make the bracketry to hold up the rad support. Well, I'm pretty well out of abrasives, so we're back to the big 7-inch Big Bopper. Ooh, that thing's not for the light of heart. Jeez Louise. 8-winner, glove, gotta get a grip, and everything. Somebody objects to the loudness going on here with the cutting. Hi. All right, dog. So here's the gist of what we're doing, right? We got this bracket with a slot that way, and we got that slot going that way. And if I back this off about a 1/16 of an inch like that, we got a little adjustment fore and aft. With the rad support in place, I could mount the radiator, and to test fit it, we had to put the hood on. Now that is the factory Grand Marquis rad mount, the lower one. So I'm thinking I'm just going to cut each end off and kind of tack that in place in between the frame rails. So now she is fully buzzed in. I was going to try to fill up the gap a little more on either side of that weld, but then I ran out of wire. So I think it's just going to be fine now.
All right, people. This is what you call a hole saw. It's the wrong hole saw. This is actually for wood application, but we're going to see if it works.
Look at the miles and miles of wiring, and we don't need 95% of it.
You want earmuffs? What? It is now deburred well enough that you can run your finger in there, not that I recommend that. Got hoses all connected up. We did have to extend a couple, but I do need to mount the top of the rad better. The zip ties that I put on here, one of them is already broken, and I think it's just about time we went to its big brother, the hose clamp. This goes around the factory Crown Victoria tang, and then comes up through this hole that I popped in there, and that's it. You know what? I need a smaller hose clamp. That's way too big. You got to feed in there if you're going to feed in there. Looks good. I've got some fluids. That means things are about to get real. Well, it holds her fuse box. Now things are getting exciting. Get a battery in here. Let's see if she's going to fit. Oh, it's a stretch, but... Still not sure why it's running so horrible. Oh, it's running with the hood closed. I got it jacked in the front side on that corner, and we're lifting the back tire right off the ground. And that all tells me that when we get out there, we are definitely gonna be spinning tires. It did clear out. Your door's kind of close, but you should be good. Oh my gosh, it's so helpless here. You take this a sec.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably looking at me here.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, buddy!
All right, it's good.
It sounds like it's smoothed out a lot. It's running way better. I can walk in the shop again! Woo! This is what it's all been for. Getting back into the pop machine, man.
Look at we can swing the door all the way open.
Plug it in, yes. Oh, and I got cool logos.
Old Mountain Dew and Crush.
Old Mountain Dew logos, old Crush logos. Somebody put a Coke one in there. I don't know what that's all about.
Coke is better.
Nuh-uh. Oh, I have missed you, friend. But before we can really drive it, we need to add a few bits and pieces.
Oh, look at that. Progress.
Yes? Alright, now I'm gonna let it off. She's off.
Is it a hole?
It's holding!
Away.
I love it! Suspension, baby! Oh! I know, isn't that exciting?
That's so right on. It's holding. I can't believe it's holding.
Oh, 14 volts. We've got a charging system. I needed to build a rear cab mount, and since I had no old crossmember to go off of, the whole thing was made from scratch. And if the drive shaft comes up to its likely maximum height. This one's not bad. Yeah, that one's pretty horrible. So it's got good penetration, and that's the main thing. I'm very happy with that. And I guess I will probably cut these and put a plate on each end and box this end. Angles. All right, she is going in again for what should be the final installation. This corner of the cab is a little bit bent in, so we're about to do some custom body work. So I'm trying to get these bolts aligned in here, but as you can see, there's a lot of slop. You wrap it in electrical tape to approximately the size of the hole, then there's much less wiggle room, and that'll keep it centered. I got the car cab mounts, and those are not quite tall enough, so I got some old hockey pucks. Figure the hockey pucks themselves got to be good for something. It's made in Sri Lanka, but I figure even the Sri Lankis can probably make a decent hockey puck. I mean, how bad could it be? Cab is officially resting on body mounts. Well, the cab's sitting on it, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna buzzer on. Zap, 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 zap. Hello, and this is the problem with overhead welding. My beautiful Carhartt jacket is just in shambles now. It was mint before that. I don't know. I should get this back on warranty or something. That cab is now mounted. Well, I need to put nuts on the bottom, but then it'll be mounted. And then we'll have to move it again when we get the box on, but then it'll still be mounted then. We are ready to rock and roll. And check out what's on this side.
Watch this. See? Brakes work.
Come on. There we go.
bodywork 101. Don't do this at home.
We're trying to straighten out these edges because this lip has to get in past the fender. And so we got the ratchet strap and some blocks there, and if need be, we could also give it a couple of taps. Head scratching about alignment begin. Well, no matter what I do, I can't get the fender to come further over. The whole rad support has to come over a bit too, and the slots that I had made for adjustment are not enough. This is sitting up against there now because it had to come way further over. So I think I gotta cut the mount off and then we'll reattach it once we get it in place right. So instead of having to take this off later and do the AC condenser then, I think we're just gonna do it now. I'm finally getting to use my new hole saw. Oh, these things are wonderful. But that's awesome. Look how big of holes we can cut with that. Woo-hoo! That's so much nicer than that wood bit abuse. It has to sit at a bit of an angle, unfortunately, because of that one grill bracket. So I gotta make some sort of a mud flap for the back of the caps. A couple of these shelves screwed to a 2x4 tarp strap to the frame I think would work. And then when I'm done with this, we can put a box on there and it's not going to be a ton of work to take them off. Guys, have I got something cool to show you? Ah?